Doctor.
Thank you very much. All protocols duly observed. Thank you, Your Excellency, for making our time to interact with us today. Invaded Taraba, we've done medical outreaches and sensitization campaign across the 16 local governments of Taraba State. And we are still looking at invading further states. Bauchi, Adamawa, and Gombe are in the pipeline. However, my question at the moment is, first of all, before I ask my question, most of the times we see government officials, past presidents, leaving Nigeria seeking healthcare outside the country, which is quite embarrassing to the Nigerians and to the doctors trained in Nigeria. Most doctors are leaving Nigeria chasing, greener pastures outside the country. Yes. I am a doctor. I was trained in Nigeria, and I never had the ambition at any point to leave Nigeria, but circumstances beyond my control made me leave Nigeria, and here I am at the moment. And I have the passion to go back home to, build our nation. Many of my colleagues say I have the passion. We want to come back home, but we need things to be put right to come back. My question now is, with Your Excellency, first question is, what are you gonna do to curb these, government officials leaving Nigeria, leaving our health sector in shambles and dilapidated states and going to seek healthcare abroad? That's the first question. Second question is, what are you going to do to reduce the brain drain, to stop the brain drain from Nigeria, especially from the professionals? And the final question is, Your Excellency, we are wishing you longevity. We are not wishing you, ill health or anything, but should in case you fall ill, are you going to leave Nigeria to go abroad to seek health care, or are you going to seek health care from the professionals in our country? Thank you very much.
So sustainability is very easy. Doctor asked whether I will leave Nigeria for medical treatment. Doctor, I want you to ask your colleague in Nigeria. I built the teaching hospital from scratch. And as governor, I was attending them. And it will shock you. I've never been sick, I get tired. That's the thing. But once I had to do a procedure, to do a small, remove something. I lived in the UK, like all of you. Everybody knew it was from London. I went to serve as governor of Anambra State. So I lived in the UK for several years. It will shock you. My doctor in the UK has been doing all the medical checks. He didn't find that. But when I went to Nigeria, I went to local hospital knowledge. I did a test. And the reference sister who was in charge of the lab told me, I think you should go and check this thing again. And maybe you do a procedure to remove it now. But I've been doing this thing in London here. They didn't find it. After I came back to my hospital here, to my doctor here, who said to me, yes, if you want, you can do it. And I transferred me to another doctor. I agreed that I will do it. It's better for me. I arrived there that morning that I want to do the procedure. Guess what? 2 young men walked in. They are black people. One is from Imo, one is from Ondo. And so even in the UK, I met people who did the procedure were listening. So I assure you that I'll try. Brain drain for me is not a problem. Trust me, it will be a brain gain. Because when we fix Nigeria, all those things you learn from here, guess what? You bring them back. India and China have changed today. You know what happened? Because the people that went abroad came back and changed it. You are the first investors we'll get when we start building a better Nigeria. You are the one going to attract the foreign investor, because the day white man see you going back to invest in Nigeria, they will follow you. That's what they did with India. I lived with somebody when I lived, my neighbor in the UK, my next door neighbor. This is my house, this is his house. Built a factory in India. I was exporting goods into UK. The factory was employing his people. They were living well, and he was making money here. That's what I want to do. That's what I want us to do. Because today, if you send money for them to build factory, they will eat it. If you send money to build house, they will eat it. So we must reverse it. So the brain game will be medical tourism by officials of government. We will fix it. We will make sure, I won't tell you nobody will come here for treatment. No. But it must be on referral basis. So we have exhausted those who can do it locally. And it will not work, and you will see it. I don't even know where they will get the money to go anywhere.